Hey guys, A-Raw Canvas, how are you? So this video is going to be about starting to make more stuff. I have to vend. I don't have to vend, but I'm vending in like 2 days. And I want to make sure that I have enough stuff. And then I'm also working on my items that I want to sell for my thesis. We have an artist, like a reading for our thesis books, my MFA creative writing program. And in addition to selling the book, we also have some items that we can sell. So essentially, I am choosing 2 items, 2 other things that I can sell along with the book. I kind of made the signs already. I got to print them out and do all that stuff, but it's really like cool. So for me, it's just really like nice to have that stuff there. So I updated the signage that I have on the table. The first place is going to be, I'm doing a lot of Saturdays. So, yeah, doing that. And I'm going to sell the canvas board with magnets and then the jelly prints. And then I'll start working towards the handkerchiefs like later. And so I updated the fonts and the size and tried to make it a little bit more cohesive. And I have my color palette and all that kind of stuff. So got that. Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think I'm going to start creating for my thesis, and then I'll kind of do what I'm thinking about just vending in general. So for my thesis book is called The River Will Flow. It is broken up into 2 sections, blood and water, under which there are subsections. But for the blood and water, obviously, the main colors that come to mind would be red and blue. So I'm thinking about kind of working with reds and blues, a little bit of maybe golds, silvers, and things like that. I have some poems where I think that like a nice iridescence or pearlescence will work. And for that reason, I'm going to be using my metallic acrylic set, which has like these in there. Probably the gold and the silver, the like more visible gold. I think this is like a really dark gold. Let me see what the color is. Bronze. It's a bronze. Sorry, my bad. So not necessarily the bronze, but like the gold, the more silver, and then like this coppery tone. I'll probably use these 3 for that. And then I have this pearlized acrylic set. I don't think I've used this yet. If I have, it looks damned clean. This one I definitely have used. So using these colors, definitely again the reds, like the reds in there, maybe a little bit of the blue, like the blues, the whites, yellow, you know, things like that. I think these 2 last ones are okay. So one is like pearlized crystal blue. We got the white, the gold, the vermilion, wine red, pearlized, violet, pearlized crystal blue, pearlized dark blue, and then dark green, and then dark, and then cobalt. Okay. All right, so that's kind of the colors at the back. That's kind of the front. That's what it looks like. So I'll probably be using these 2 to build some layers, and I also have some like the acrylic paint set here. You can see it with the set of 24, and I have this other acrylic set from this store called Typo that closed from the mall that I went to, and this is kind of the set. This one probably, I think it could work, especially like these blues along the side, right? I think it could work. My goal is to make more magnets. This is roughly 3x3. It's like a little under 3x3, but like 3x3s. And then these are my like 2x2s. And then these are my 5x5s. So I'm making these sizes. I don't think I'm going to make the really big like 6x6 magnets right now. I don't think I'm going to do that. And then I have this mixed media paper that I want to try out to make the prints. This is A4, which is like a little bit smaller in width than printing paper, US size printing paper, and a little bit longer than that as well. So it's 8.5 by 11.5 for US. A4 is just a little bit larger than that, but it's from the Clairefontaine brand, the Paint Mixed Media Multi-Techniques paper, 250 grams per meter square or 150 pounds, and it's 40 sheets of this. So I think this is kind of where I'm going to go with the papers and stuff like that. I do know that like this probably would be experimental. I have a brayer and have all the jelly painting and stuff like that, so I think I'll be good. But I definitely want to start using these to get that going. And if I don't finish this as far as like for vending, I know that I'm going to do it for my thesis, because like I really want to sell products outside of the book. Excuse me. Because I think that thematically, like these art pieces will work. So there's that. So that's everything that I think I'm going to be using. Definitely a lot of blues, a lot of reds, like white, silver, gray, like golds, things like that. And I also want to make some broadsides. I think that'll work as well. But that's in design that I'll be using for that. And then like a printing service. We'll see. If not, broadsides that I can like maybe design myself and like print off at a place with some nice paper and just do like 5 a piece or something. So that's kind of where we are. I think that's about it. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.